Alright, gonna be talking about Obi-Wan episode 5. So, in this episode, it starts out with Obi-Wan and Leia getting to a base, one of the rebel bases, with basically a bunch of refugees and other people that have been, kind of saved by um, the rebellion, and so they're all kind of displaced, and they're on this planet, and they're in a bunker, and they're gonna get ready to leave this place, and the little droid that Riva put the tracking system in also somehow got hacked. Also, they hacked the droid, so this droid cut off the power to the system that controls um, the equipment for them to leave. Like there's this big opening, and the door opens and closes for the spaceship to lift out of. So it disables that, and then it's known that it's revealed that Vader is on his way there, and Obi-Wan is like, "Well, we can't hold out forever, but we will have to buy some time in order for the system to get back on so they can leave." And so they kind of take a stand in the bunker once the once Darth Vader and his forces arrive. There's kind of a actually it's before Darth Vader arrives. Reva is she's tasked with getting the bunker, basically assaulting the bunker and getting the doors open so that once Vader arrives, it can just be, smooth sailing, easy, for him to do his thing, because he wants to kill Obi-Wan. So Reva and the clones mount an offensive, and the rebels are basically taking a stand. They're kind of defending the bunker, while Leia is actually working to get the system back online so that they can leave. And eventually, Obi-Wan is just like, "Vader wants me," and he kind of leaves out of that main part, and he goes to where the entrance of where Vader is going to be coming. So he talks to Reva. He goes to the door, and Reva's on the other side, and he's using the Force to speak to her. And this was the big revelation that she was a survivor of Order 66. I mean, I guess that's the big revelation. I didn't really feel like it was something. They didn't really do a good job of portraying it as, like, the flashbacks, like, tragic for her. While she's talking to Obi-Wan, she didn't actually seem to have that much emotion and sorrow after what happened 10 years ago, which was just it was just so weird to see. Like, she's kind of just like almost so nonchalant about all the younglings getting killed. I didn't really feel much of the anger and resentment towards Darth Vader, but that was revealed, and Obi-Wan is like, "Yeah, we can take them together," as if as if they'd ever have a chance of taking down Darth Vader. So basically, what happens is Reva basically tells the clones to take him away, and she goes inside also. But when Vader comes, he gets to the site where the ship is, and they're about to take off. And this was actually probably the best part in the entire episode, but he uses the Force to actually just stop the entire ship from leaving, which is just an insane amount of Force power. But it's kind of a decoy, because once he brings it down, there's another ship inside, and it takes off. This is the part when the episode just gets really, really bad. Okay, so Reva attempts to sneak up behind him and kill Darth Vader, as if he didn't already know that she was there. And obviously, he counters her attack. He figures out that she was working with Obi-Wan. It's easy for him to see. And it's like the fight was so awful. You know, this is somebody who's been waiting 10 years to try and kill Darth Vader, and the fight scenes were just so awful. It was terrible. I don't know what that choreography was just. It was piss poor, honestly. I mean, that's probably one of the worst lightsaber duels I've ever seen, and it was just pathetic, honestly. Like, I don't know who choreographed that. The acting was bad on, you know, her name is Moses Ingram. She's not a good actor. I think she's very new at this acting thing, and yeah, just her character is really terrible. The script's terrible. The choreography was so awful. That fight was absolutely just abhorrent. I mean, that's one of the worst lightsaber duels I've ever seen. It was hardly a lightsaber duel, and obviously he defeats her so easily, and then he stabs her through the heart, and so she's she's not. They don't show her die exactly, and then the other Grand Inquisitor comes back from the dead, and Vader's like, "Yeah, you're the Grand Inquisitor again." So yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I just do not know what the deal is with this show. I mean, this episode was just, I wanted there to be more depth and more of a reveal when they showed Reva's past. Like, they could have done a flashback of her that lasted more than, like, just a couple seconds. And it just it wasn't impactful when, you know, she was saying she wanted the revenge because of what happened to her. It just seemed very weak. The acting was poor, and then the fight was just so awful. She waited 10 years for this moment, and it did not look like a person who had trained 10 years and was hell bent on taking Darth Vader down. It was just terrible, awful, awful, awful choreography. The fight scene was just so bad I can't even express how terrible it was. But yeah, that was episode 5, and it was not not good at all. The only good part was towards the beginning of the episode, there was a flashback with Obi-Wan and Anakin, and they were training. That was a pretty cool scene. And then, like, yeah, at the end, when Darth Vader stopped the ship from taking off, that was a cool scene. Other than that, it was very uneventful. The huge reveal of Reva's character it was just so lackluster, honestly. So again, another disappointing episode from Obi-Wan Kenobi. But I've already watched this much so far, so I've got to watch the final episode when it comes out next week. I won't be impressed, most likely, but I figured this show is just something to watch, and I'm kind of like a moderate Star Wars fan. But episode 5 is not good. That's my opinion and my review on Obi-Wan Kenobi episode 5.